Yes, good morning, students. Once again, so we have calculated the power required to compress the LP cylinder and HP cylinder. Now, to calculate the speed of the compressor, that is the N value. So, we know that volumetric efficiency is nothing but axial volume divided by swept volume. So, volumetric efficiency, let us take for the LP cylinder. So volumetric efficiency is nothing but 1 plus K minus K into P2 by P1 to the power of 1 by N. So K value he has given, it is clearance volume is 4% of the swept volume. So K value will become 0.04. So substituting this value, 1 plus 0.04 minus 0.04 in the bracket, P2 is 400 by 100 to the power of 1 by 1.2. We are going to get the volumetric efficiency as 91.3%. Okay, so volumetric efficiency is nothing but axial volume by swept volume. The other formula for volumetric efficiency is nothing but axial volume by swept volume. So if already we have calculated volumetric efficiency, if we calculate the actual volume, then we can calculate what is the swept volume. From swept volume we can calculate the speed of the compressor. So P1 VA is equal to MAR T1. So VA is equal to MAR T1 by P1. So MA has gone 4 kg per minute, R is 0.287, T is 25 degrees centigrade, that is 298 degree Kelvin. P1 is 100 kilopascals. So substituting this, we are going to get actual volume as 3.421 meter cube per minute. So again going to that formula, that is volumetric efficiency is nothing but actual volume by swept volume. So from this we are going to get 0.913 equal to 3.421. Swept volume for the first cylinder can be written as pi by 4 d1 square L1 into N into 1, since it is a single acting. So from this substitute for d1 L1 and we are going to get the N value as 1060 RPM. So that is the speed of the compressor. And the last bit he has asked to find out the heat rejected in the intercooler. So we know that intercooling is taking place from 2 to 5. Intercooling is taking place from 2 to 5. So it is given by Q is equal to mass of the air, specific heat of the air into change in temperature. That is MA into Cp into T2 minus T5. Okay, MA into Cp into T2 minus T5. But we know that T5 is equal to T1 since for perfect intercooling. Now to calculate the T2, we know that T2 by T1 is equal to P2 by P1 to the power of N minus 1 by N. So from this we are going to get the T2 value as 375.45 degree Kelvin. So after getting T2 and T5, substitute here Q is equal to mass of the air, it's 4 by 60 in kg per second. Specific heat of the air he has not given, we can assume for air it has 1.005, and T2 we have found out it is 375.45 minus T5, T5 is equivalent to T1, it is 298 degree Kelvin. So from this we are going to get amount of heat rejected in the intercooler as 5.19 kilowatts. Okay, so next problem. So let us go to the next problem. So he has given that in a single acting two-stage reciprocating air compressor, 4.5 kg of air per minute is compressed from 1.013 bar and 15 degrees centigrade to a pressure ratio of 9 to 1. Okay, both the stages have same pressure ratio. So for each pressure ratio, for each stage the pressure ratio he has given it as 9:1, and PV to the power of 1.3 equal to constant, and the intercooling is perfect. Is asking to calculate the indicated power, cylinder swept volume. Assume clearance volume of both the stages is as 5% of the swept volume, that is K value he has given it as 5, and the compressor runs at 280 RPM. So he has given the both the stages the compressor ratio is 9:1. He is asking to find out the indicated power and swept volume. So let us find out the indicated power. It is nothing but indicated power is given by, since it is a two stage, 2n by n minus 1 mass of the air. Since it is given the mass of the air, instead of P1 VA, we can write it as MAR T1. So MAR T1 in the bracket, it is P2 by P1 to the power of n minus 1 by 2n minus 1. So substituting this, we are going to get indicated power as 15.5 kilowatts. Okay. Now to calculate the swept volume. So we know that volumetric efficiency is nothing but actual volume by swept volume. So now we have to find out actual volume. So we know that P1 VA is equal to MAR T1. MAR T1. So from this, substituting all the values, you will get mass of volume of the air as 3.67 meter cube per minute. So volume of the air we got. Now to calculate the swept volume, we require volumetric efficiency. He has given that clearance ratio is given K value. So substituting that K value, we are going to get volumetric efficiency is equal to 1 plus K minus K in the bracket P2 by P1 to the power of 1 by N. So substituting the K value, P2 value and P1 value and N value, we are going to get volumetric efficiency as 77%. So from this, we can substitute in the above formula, that is volumetric efficiency is equal to actual volume by swept volume. So when you are calculating when you are substituting the volumetric efficiency, swept volume should be multiplied by number of cycles. So volumetric efficiency equal to actual volume by swept volume, that is volumetric efficiency is equal to 3.67 divided by Vs1 into 280. So from this, the swept volume of the LP cylinder, we are going to get it as 0.0168 meter cube. So now to calculate the swept volume of the HP cylinder. So to calculate the swept volume of the HP cylinder, the formula is VA by Vs2 into 1 by Rp. We have to take the reciprocal of the pressure ratio here. Okay. So volumetric efficiency already we have calculated, it is 0.77. VA we have found out, it is 3.67. So Vs2 into 280 into 1 by 9. So from this we are going to get the swept volume of the HP cylinder as 1.89 into 10 power minus 3 meter cube. Okay. So that's about this problem. We'll go for the next problem. So here he has given, in a two-stage reciprocating air compressor, 1.5 kg per minute of air is compressed from 1 bar to 25 bar and the index of the compression is 1.2. So the air is cooled in the intercooler so that its temperature is brought back to its initial temperature of 15 degrees centigrade. Means the cooling is perfect. So he is asking to find the heat rejected during the compression. The compression is nothing but 1 to 4 compression takes place. So what is the amount of heat rejected during the compression, he is asking to find out. Heat rejected during the compression and intercooler. And intercooler is nothing but the process from 4 to 2. What is the amount of heat rejected during the process 4 to 2 is asking to find out. Okay. And power required to drive the compressor. Also is asking to find out the mass of the cooling water required in intercooler. If the temperature difference of water is 5 degrees centigrade. So if the temperature difference of water is 5 degrees centigrade, what is the amount of water required to flow is asking to find out. So this is entirely different problem and he is given without clearance problem here. And he is asking to take the value of Cp as 1 and Cv as 0.714. Okay. So now he is asking to find out what is the amount of heat rejected during the compression 1 to 4. So 1 to 4 is nothing but the adiabatic process. So from first law of thermodynamics, we know that heat supplied is equal to change in internal energy plus work done. So internal energy is nothing but mCv delta T for adiabatic process. So U1 to 4 is nothing but mCv into T4 minus T1. So in the problem he has given T1 as 15 degrees centigrade. So T4 has to be found out. So to find T4, we should know what is the intermediate pressure P4. So intermediate pressure P4 is given by square root of P1 into delivery pressure. So it is 1 into 25. It is 5. So from this intermediate pressure 5, calculate the value of T4. So T4 by T1 is equal to Pi, intermediate pressure, by P1 to the power of n minus 1 by n. So from this, we are going to get T4 as 376.606 degree Kelvin. So substituting this in the formula, U14 equal to mCV T4 minus T1. So you are going to get U124, that is change in internal energy during the process 1 to 4, as 1.58 kilojoules per minute. Okay, so now to calculate the work done. So work done is nothing but W124 is nothing but n by n minus 1 MART1, intermediate pressure by suction pressure to the power of n minus 1 by n minus 1. So if you substitute this, you are going to get the work done formula you are going to get work done, that is W124. So after getting the work done, now you substitute your work done and internal energy, and you are going to get the heat rejected during the process 1 to 4. Okay, so here I have incomplete, this problem is not complete, you solve it yourself. So I am going to explain here how to solve it here. So by knowing the work done and internal energy, calculate the heat rejected during the process Q124. Okay, so Q124 is nothing but change in internal energy plus work done. Okay, and the second bit, he has asked to find out what is the amount of heat rejected during the cooling process. So it is given by mass of the air, specific heat of the air, and change in temperature from 2 to 4, that is T4 minus T2. So T4 already we have calculated, T2 will be equivalent to T1 since it is a perfect intercooling. So mass of the air is known, specific heat of the air you can assume it as 1.005, and find out the value of heat rejected Q422. Now to calculate the amount of water required. So by energy balancing, we know that heat carried away by the water is equal to heat rejected by the air is equal to heat taken away by the water. So it is given by mass of the air, specific heat of the air into T4 minus T2 is equal to mass of the water, specific heat of the water into T4 minus T2. So T4 minus T2 gets cancelled. So mass of the air is 1.5 kg per minute. Specific heat of the air you can assume it as 1. Mass flow rate of the water that you have to calculate, and specific heat of the water is 4.187. So from this you are going to get the water flow rate in kg per minute. So the one more thing is required to calculate here in this problem is power required to drive the compressor. So since it is a two-stage compressor without clearance, so you can take the formula as work done is given by 2n by n minus 1 P1 V1, and in the bracket delivery pressure by suction pressure to the power of n minus 1 by 2n minus 1. Okay, so from this we are going to get the power required to drive the compressor. So thank you students. So this is about the module 5. All types of problems have been solved. So go through this. Best of luck.